Welcome to Crooked River Homestead, everyone. I'm heading into the orchard today. Yesterday I was here mowing the lawn, and I use that term very loosely because this is mostly weeds and little bushes and stuff that want to grow, but I like to keep it trimmed around the trees to keep down the tick population. I had briefly looked at the trees and I'm like, wow, last week I looked at them and I'm like, there's no apples on the trees. Look at these. Ah, so exciting. The trees had flowered for the first time this spring. And so I wasn't sure when I didn't see apples last week if, maybe because we had a really weird spring. There was a lot of frost and then it would get warm and back and forth. So I didn't know if the flower, when it was flowering, it had frozen. Okay, well, we got 4 apples here. The cherry tree is looking well and getting bigger this summer. This apple tree does not appear to have any apples, but it does look healthy. This is the one that got the tent worms last summer, and that's why I really want to get up here more frequently, because it only took 2 days for them to take hold in that tree. And this is a pear tree, one of the pear trees. I don't see any visible fruit here. They did flower. This did flower. The comfrey is doing excellent, and one of my things I want to do is to trim back and dry some of these leaves, because I like to infuse them and use them in my balms. It's finishing up flowering now, and I don't know if this is one of the varieties that drops seeds. I hope so, because I do want to grow more of these comfrey plants. And there's another comfrey up here. I had planted some at the base of each tree, but those are the only 2 that grew. So this comfrey plant is doing very well, and we have some violets, I think, that got transplanted in the same dirt when we moved. This is the one plant that one of the plants that survived our move. And this is our last apple tree. Let's see if we have anything in here. I don't see any. Okay, let's check our last pear tree. This one is the one that's been drowning, and the soil is finally drying out. However, look at the leaves. They're all yellow compared to getting bitten here. The other pear tree's leaves are green. This also did flower, so hopefully this will pick up. Maybe I should give it some fertilizer, because whatever I did for fertilization this spring has probably all washed away, literally. This area right here behind me is finally drying out. It's been very wet next to the pear tree. I was finally able to at least mow this area and to help that dry out even more. And this is our last berry bush that we planted last year. I don't see any berries on this one. So the raspberry bushes are growing. We had a good amount of berries on these last summer, at least enough for snacking when we were up here. This one is looking much better, and it does have some berries, working on some berries. Also have some wild blackberry plants that we are just letting grow here. And of course we have a whole bunch on the back side of the property here. that we were able to harvest quite a bit last summer. And this blackberry bush looks like it's going to be loaded. And we did sell quite a few of these in the farm stand last summer. Well, I got more than I thought I was going to get. And I'll be able to harvest some more later on this summer and hopefully into the fall. I just dropped the spent flowers in there in the hopes that they do have seeds and maybe start some new plants. And then I can spread them throughout the orchard and the garden, wherever. Thanks for joining me today. It's a beautiful day here in Maine. Please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love it if you join us on our journey as we build our off-grid homestead here in Maine. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.